Namaste everyone. Thank you for joining in yet another video on this channel. And today I'll be looking at a topic which is interesting, and it's about the sun, which is also the king of planets. Okay. So the concept is the sun is the king of the planetary cabinet. And to maintain your kingdom, it requires, or it rather demands, some kind of sacrifice. Okay. And there is a particular age for that sacrifice that the sun demands from you. And the age, according to Haladipika, is the age of 38. Okay. And if you do this sacrifice, or if you're able to deliver on this sacrifice, then your life is going to change a lot for the better. Okay. So the trick is to understand where the sun is sitting, and what sacrifice is it going to demand. Okay, so you're not looking at the rashi, but rather you're looking at the house. Okay, so as I said, I'm just repeating this technique again. The sun is going to demand a sacrifice from you at the age of 38, and that sacrifice is going to depend on the house where the sun is sitting. Say the sun is sitting in the first house, then there is going to be a sacrifice that you have to make with respect to your personality or your perception. Remember, the first house is all about your perception. So it will require you to let go a perception or an aspect of your personality at the age of 38. And whether you are able to do it or not, that is obviously going to depend on you. Okay. If the sun is sitting in the second house, then it is obviously going to demand a sacrifice that may involve your family, your assets, okay, your saved wealth, your speech, right, or your food. Okay. If the sun is sitting in the third house, then it is going to demand a sacrifice that is going to involve your immediate neighborhood, maybe your neighbors, your younger siblings, uh, your short distance travels, okay, your efforts. If the sun is sitting in the fourth house, it will demand a sacrifice that may relate to your mother, or to your happiness, or to your vehicles, or to your home, or to your homeland as well. If the sun is sitting in the fifth house, then it may demand a sacrifice that pertains to your romantic life, or your speculative activities, or your children, okay, or your, ways of worship. I know a person who has sun in the fifth house, and he completely changed his way of worship from a Vaishnava or Shakta. Okay, and that actually changed his life. It was a very difficult decision because he came from a traditional Vaishnava parampara. But that, at the age of 38 and a half, he changed his path, and he faced a lot of rebuke from his family because of this. But then he decided to do it, and now he is very, very happy at the age of, at the age of 42. So if the sun is placed in the sixth house, it is going to demand a sacrifice that pertains to your workplace, the people who work under you, your subordinates, okay, your competition, your health as well. All right, maybe it'll ask you to let go of a habit that is causing your health to deteriorate, right? Some people, they smoke a lot, and it may, all of a sudden they may encounter a situation where they are diabetic, and now the doctor has asked them to stop smoking at all. Okay. If the sun is placed in the seventh house, it will demand a sacrifice pertaining to your marriage, to your partnerships, to your business, okay, or pertaining to the people you meet apart from your family. Remember, the seventh house is your outer world, the others, right? If the sun is in the eighth house, then the sacrifice is going to pertain to your in-laws, okay, to your inheritances. Maybe you are asked to let go of an inheritance to someone else. It could also be, some secret knowledge that you have, but now, you have to let it go. or you have to take a vow of not using it anymore. Maybe you are an astrology enthusiast and now you have decided, I don't want to do astrology anymore. That is the eighth house sun. If the sun is in the ninth house, then it is going to demand a sacrifice that pertains to your father, that pertains to your guru. We all remember the story of Ekalavya and his thumb, right? How Dronacharya asked the Guru Dakshina from Ekalavya with his thumb, and his life changed forever. Maybe he was never able to practice archery after that, but his story got immortalized with that sacrifice for his guru. It could also relate something to your boss, something to your long distance travel, something to your higher education. If the sun is in the 10th house, it is going to demand some sacrifice related to your father's money, you know, your father's wealth, your status in the society, your work, the the status that you have acquired because of your work and so on. Your saved wealth, your bank balance. If the sun is in the 11th house, it is going to demand a sacrifice that pertains to your friends, to your immediate network circle, to your social circle, to your elder siblings. If the sun is in the 12th house, then it is going to demand a sacrifice that pertains to your spiritual side, you know, your spendings, your bed pleasures. Okay. I know a client who took up brahmacharya at the age of 38, Akhan brahmacharya. Okay, he ditched his long-standing marriage. He had gotten married at the age of 20 and he decided that he was going to live the life of a brahmacharya. Okay. So whether it's good or bad, I don't know. I'll not comment on that. But this is the sacrifice that sun demands. Another client of mine, he had to undergo a lot of penance, by staying at an ashram at the age of 39. That happened. Okay. And then he also served for 1 year at a mental asylum, okay, due to different life circumstances that were being thrown at him. So this is how the sun demands a sacrifice from you to change your life for the better, to make you a king. You remember, sun is the king. And if you're able to do it, then your life is going to change. If you are not, then obviously you have to rethink your priorities. So please apply it in your charts, in the charts of your loved ones, and let me know in the comment section whether this thing works or not. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you think this video has made a difference to your knowledge of Vedic astrology, and share it with the people you think might benefit from this video. As always, I'll see you soon in yet another video. Namaste. Om Gurave Namaha.